Hey everyone, you are listening to Narayan Jha. In this podcast, I am going to talk about my book Reinvent Yourself, which is all about learning the fundamentals of living a happy life with nothing. Basically, in this book, I have talked about the finance, goals, achievements, motivation, failures, and a lot of cool things. If you haven't gone through my book Reinvent Yourself, the episode for this podcast is specially for you. So without wasting time, let's get started with the episode.
In this episode, let's talk about the chapter 21. Its title is Talk to Yourself. Today is the time when we are busy with all those stuff which is urgent to us but not important. Sometimes, focus on important things can create that wealth in our life that is irreplaceable with the urgent things. Let's say, doing exercise is important but not urgent. Most of us focus on urgent things but not important ones. If you are doing business, you might be busy managing clients. Some people are busy with their hectic schedules of their jobs. The life of children is also not easy. Nowadays, schools are binding every student into their busy schedule of hard work. Sometimes, it's good to do hard work, but if it impacts the physical or mental health, there is no good use in doing such efforts. We should be at least aware of what hard work is worth doing and what is not. As we all are doing so much work, the life of people nowadays becomes so stressful that look of tons of ways to get rid of it. Many people have different solutions. Some people watch series on Netflix and Amazon Prime. Some order food from Zomato and Swiggy, and many are busy scrolling Instagram and YouTube Reels. This shortest time of feeling stress-free becomes an addiction for multiple hours. Then it also starts impacting our mental and physical health. This cycle basically continues from the next day again until the weekend comes. In other words, we are jumping from one bad situation to another worse situation. Because of such all kind of lifestyles, we reduced our water intake, exercise, and meet people around us. Just because of these unhealthy lifestyles, we want to live with our phones. These are the reasons a lot of disease occur, like stones in the body, low blood pressure, headache, and many others. Because of which unexpected deaths are happening, like heart attacks, cancer, and many more. This just started happening when we disconnected ourselves from the nature and started living stressful and unhealthy lifestyles. In earlier days, such situations never used to happen. People used to live for more than 100 years. Just because of we are not still thinking and continue to live an unhealthy lifestyle, the maximum life of human is seen till 16 only. Now wait for a while, talk to yourself. When was the last time when you really spent time with nature, watching birds, the moon, or beautiful layers of the sun? When you spent precious time with your family and friends together. Today is the time when we just meet with our relatives occasionally only. In earlier days, we used to spend a lot of time with our grandparents and used to listen to their experiences of life. When was the last time when you went to the temple and spent some time for chanting? We never even had a proper time to think or plan for our health and finances. We just easily spend thousands on Zomatos and Swiggies that impact our health. We never made a stop and thought about such things because we all are busy managing materialistic things and do not have time to talk with ourselves. Some people feel that the busy culture is the coolest thing without worrying about the future consequences behind this. We are just living for working whole weekends and living for weekends. We should start taking action and start spending time with ourselves and should start thinking about what good and bad things are happening. What are the necessary action that should be taken to make things correct that really matters to us? And most importantly, good for us. We should start spending time with ourselves so that we can start exploring the real inside soul, which is a part of supreme power. Start not talking, but taking some steps to learn few skills, which also might help you to know yourself. Learn to play music, read good books, play sports, and do some creative activities, whatever you like, so that you can start talking to yourself. Make a diary and log everything you do or you are trying to achieve. It works like a mirror that gives you the clarity to think beyond the things so that you can start taking action that really matters. Bhagavad Gita also says, think with our senses, not our senses. In the simplest word, thinking with our senses means letting our thought process be taken over by the lower desires that are usually associated with our senses. We can only achieve this stage when you will start finding our inner soul. As a beginner, you might feel really hard to start talking to yourself. If you're not doing the talk in a progressive way and right way, then you might also go on the wrong track. You can take the index of this book as your talk notes. You can start with any chapter and hit with small thinking of action and see what your situation is all about. For example, plan your finances by not being trapped, which was a chapter number 1. Try managing risk and try writing your future as well. Maybe learn the way to use a social network with the optimized way. And you can also try your way to start with a meditation and chanting. There are many more others. If you have found something different and these books and ideas really helped you to reinvent yourself, write your story to us. Our email is info@wakeupcoders.com. Once you're gonna talk with yourself, you're gonna start reinventing yourself and gonna feel happiness from inside. In reality, real happiness is just your inside free mind. Once you will be skilled and knowledgeable enough with these things, you start feeling enjoyable without worrying about any materialistic things. Because you will be aware if everything is lost too, you have the capability to regenerate everything except your family, friends, and whatever that is not in your hand. With a free of mind, you will be start spending time with yourself and your loved ones. Then congratulations, you got a chance to reinvent yourself. It's time to end this episode now. Thank you so much for listening. We'll meet you in the next episode. Till then, goodbye.